What's good? What's good? What's good? It's Friday. We keep moving. We keep grooving. We're going to keep giving these picks. We're going to keep giving this content, man. It's me and my boy Ed. Y'all know we're going live with our sports talk. And we got some interesting topics today. So everybody saw the airport footage of Sha'Carri, right? Pushing Christian Coleman, doing all that stuff, saying she got arrested. Cool. What I want to go over, though, is this body cam footage, because the body cam footage, it pissed me off. It pissed me off. Like, she was trying to play innocent, right? She tried to throw my man under the bus. So let me pull this up real quick. So we're gonna go here. I want y'all to listen to this. Let me
But I have to put down. I'm so sorry, you're grabbing me right now.
Yep, you're under arrest.
I'm under arrest right now? What am I under arrest for? What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally was having a.
Well, I'm gonna stop it right there. That's the craziness of the world we live in with women. We have you pushing him, hitting him, doing all that. That's assault. Do you not know what assault is? You can't walk around in the public and push people because you're mad at them. Like, that's the world we live in, where women think that's not assault and that they believe it's all right. Like, come on now. Like, do you know what assault is? I can't walk up and be mad at my girl and be pushing her and be like, I didn't do nothing to her. That's not assault. That is 100% assault. But keep on going. You already see she's like, Christian, are you serious? He ain't do nothing. You was the one doing something.
We were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now?
So
Christian.
Washington State, he doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay. I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply.
Let's pause again. The fact that y'all are doing this to me, and I was the one pushing him, he did not touch me. He's the man, so y'all should be getting on him, even though I was putting my hands on him.
And that just goes to show you how women are trying to avoid accountability. You get what I'm saying? She said, I'm the woman here. You're trying to lock me up, but that's what is she saying right now? Like, I can do this, and even though I do this, he should be the one who's being punished. And that goes back to that WNBA stuff, where they feel like they should be making the same amount of money as NBA players, even though they're not profitable.
It's the lack of accountability. Like, it's crazy. Think about that. She's in the airport where hundreds of people are seeing this. This isn't a he say, she say situation where you came to the house, you don't know, and it's like, this is the man. He was doing this. Why are y'all looking at little old? You're sitting there with hundreds of eyeballs on you, video cameras rolling, and she said, y'all are doing this to me, even though that he's the man in the situation.
Right.
That's the scary part of the world that we live in, that women think it's all right to put their hands on you, and that's not assault. And even though I put my hands on you, you should be the one that they're coming after. Christian Coleman, as fast as you are, you a world champion, you got Olympic medals. Please use all that speed to run away from her. Like, I don't even want to go further because it makes me mad. You just have to see that little part in there to understand, because there's another part in there where she also was like, oh, well, I can show you on my phone different. So then she's about to go in on Buddy, and I don't know what she got on the phone. But it could be at the house, so you got Ring camera stuff or whatever. But the fact that as soon as you get in trouble, you're willing to throw him under the bus for, I don't even know what he did. And if he did something to you that you felt needed to be seen, you shouldn't be with him right now, one. And you should have already told somebody. But the fact that you got caught, now it's that joke where, you know, when they talking about you running away from the police and your boy get caught. Man, come on out, bro. They got us. Come on out. They got us. No, they got you.
And here's us. You know, I want to give a shout out to the cops, though, because that situation could have went in a whole nother direction.
Yeah.
A lot of times where guys, it's a lot of guys who lost their lives because of women and, you know, these accusations and calling big brother or boyfriend or calling the cops. And, you know, she may be the problem, but now that guy is jacked up, or he's, you know, dead, or he's beat up because of something like that. So for the guys for the cops to do the right thing this time, I salute them. God knows how it could have went if they didn't have that camera footage. And it was her word against his word, and now she's crying. And Christian Coleman, his career could have been over. Because here's the thing about it, Sha'Carri, she can literally make a video tomorrow crying, genuinely crying, just to pull the heartstrings, and people will give her a second chance.
Nike pushing her ad right now.
Christian will do that. He could do what, if he was the one who was pushing her and all that. She could have a baby by another guy. She could have gave him an STD. She could have stole money out of his account. If he's on camera pushing her, his career is done.
Yeah.
No crying. Yeah, no crying. No, oh man, please forgive me. He's done. So it's really interesting. And shout out to him for handling it the correct way. From showing that he wasn't the aggressor, from walking away, from turning his back, to show like I am not the aggressor. Because as men and as athletes and just people in general, these are things that you should know, because if her word against your word, is all people are always going to take her word. So I'm glad that he handled it the correct way. Hopefully Sha'Carri learns from this situation. She's probably not, because most of them don't, and she shows that she doesn't have the emotional intelligence to do better. This is multiple situations that could have been prevented, and it's really unfortunate.
And the lack of accountability by not only her but the women community, right? I seen people writing, y'all seen that she said she had past traumas and she doesn't know how to love. So when a dude has past traumas with their dad, their mom, or previous relationships that cause them to put their hands on women, it's, what women like to do in 2024, 2025, choose the bear. You're safer with the bear than the man. Like, the bear wouldn't attack you. But when the woman has these traumas and she attacks you, it's, well, think about what happened to her in her past.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. I just saw the video of a lady who was on the plane, and it was a Caucasian man who was harassed her and blocking her from going through. And she literally just looked back and just said, "Can somebody just move him?" Okay. Yeah. And a black guy stood up and moved the guy. And it's crazy because he moved the guy and he got nothing. He got a pat on the back, like, wow, cool. But what if it went in a whole nother direction? What if he got up and moved the guy and the guy pulled out a knife and stabbed him?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Who knows what could have happened? He ends up dying protecting women, and she goes on and nothing ever happens. Like, it literally kills me how men are expected to do so much.
And with the that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed, right? You're supposed to get with
that's
no
what
benefits.
It is come down to. That's what you're supposed to do. What do you want to pat on the back? Like, that's what guys do. That's what guys do. Like, and that's the scary part about our society is you have a lot of expectation to do this, and this. But when you don't, it's frowned upon. When you do, it's what you looking at me for? Like, but if there was a lady to, go and help the other lady, she about to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
For
right.
Sure.
So that's the thing.
Sure.
I just tell guys,
for sure.
And this isn't me being mad at women, right? I obviously love my mama, love all that. It's choosing the right woman, because this comes down to not all women. The truth comes down to choosing the wrong one and what it can do for you and how it can hurt you, right? And when you get somebody, unfortunately, like Sha'Carri, who's ready to, I'm gonna show you this on my phone. He's a guy, even though I was putting my hands on him, y'all should be going and arresting him, basically. I did nothing wrong. We were having an argument. I did not assault him. Yes, you did. Like, that's the thing that sucks, is in her mind, she really thought that was the play. And then that's when you really see who you're with, right? Is when things get tough and somebody gets jammed up, how are they going to react? And she reacted with, he's the guy. Y'all should go after him. I did nothing wrong to him, even though everybody's seen me do something wrong to him. And I will, to preserve my own self and innocence and embarrassment, I will throw you under the bus right here and right now.
For sure. And the crazy thing is, you won't know until you see those situations.
Yeah.
because everybody has a representative until adversity hits. And then we get to see who the real person is. So hopefully Christian learned from this situation. 9 times out of 10, he did it. He's going to bring her back. She's going to put that stink box on him, and he's going to be back to normal, dealing with her. But, which is crazy. But let's move on to the next. We'll be on this all day.
Yeah. What we're going to go to our next topic, which was the head coach at NIU, Northern Illinois. So he basically, he came into the public eye after they had beat Notre Dame last year, right? So that was his big thing. They beat Notre Dame. Everybody then figured out about him. And then, unfortunately for him, the second time he came into the public eye was when, I don't know if you've seen after the game, when old dude was trying to kiss him and he was weaving in. I don't know what was going on, but they was trying to figure out if that was his guy, what was going on. But it was a whole thing. They won another game and the guy was trying to kiss him. It looked like the whoever it was, but it was another guy that worked for the school. So that was the second time he went viral. So now we'll play this, and this is what he has to say basically about NIL and everything else.
Yeah, to me, I mean, to be honest with you, I love the challenge. It don't bother me one bit, because you know what? In life, you're going to make decisions, right? Sometimes it's going to work in your favor and sometimes it's not. I told our team the other day, we lost all these guys. Let's see who plays. So it's all good when people put it on Twitter, hey, all glory to God, I'm going in the transfer portal. Let's see if they play. How many of those guys going to play or travel or get snaps? I was going to tweet something the other day, a picture of me, and say, you know what? I enjoyed my college experience. I didn't get one dime, but the lessons I learned was more valuable than any money you can ever pay me. And I appreciate that, because that is long term. People are losing the fact that this is short term. I coached in the National Football League for 5 years. 5 years, right? Don't lose focus of what the long term. Get your degree, learn valuable lessons that's going to help you in the long term of your life. That's the whole purpose. This is a transition.
I'm gonna stop it right there.
Man, that's BS.
I'm gonna stop it right there.
First of all, here's the thing. That's straight BS, because how many guys are transferring into your school from the transfer portal? Are you telling them the same thing? Oh man, how do you know if you're gonna play when you get here? Are you gonna get the snaps? He only get girls because he has money. Well, if you had money, you would be doing the same thing. Okay, this guy is selling out. And he doesn't even believe what he's saying. It's the I lost the basketball game, so I'm taking my ball with me. That he's that guy. It's written all over his face. Oh, I went to college and I played for free. Okay, great. This is a new day and age. This is a new world. You can't do that old philosophy now. So hopefully the players and everybody see through the madness.
So he said, this is short term. Let's start there, right? Correct. It is short term. It's a 4 to 5 year process, 3 for some guys, right? So if majority of guys aren't going to make it to the NFL, and this is short term, why should they not jumpstart their life and take money?
Right.
Second, if you leave from Northern Illinois and go to Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, Oklahoma State, or any other school, what life lesson can they learn at Northern Illinois that they can't learn at any other school?
Right.
Because it's all college, right? And really, the life lessons you learn in college is time management, networking, how to live on your own. So it's the same at every school. Some schools have better resources, maybe like a Harvard, right? But who would have more resources? The school that can't pay their players like Northern Illinois, or the school that can pay them and they're transferring to? Usually you're not going to go from Northern Illinois in a team below them and get money. So therefore, I'm probably transferring up to a better school with more resources, a better network, right? If I don't play, that's on me. But once again, regardless if I play 4 years or 5 years, most of the guys aren't going to go to the league anyway. So I'd rather jumpstart my life with $200, $300, or $1 million in my bank account. So that's the thing. These coaches try to use these fancy, dumbed down, ignorant arguments of experiences as if when I leave this school, I don't get the college experience. Oh, well, life lessons, as if when I leave this school, I don't get a life lesson at another college. This is what I tell people. When I was leaving college, I told them the degree was not the big deal for me because it's a new day and age. It was the no debt. That's what allowed me to start my businesses and be where I was at so fast. Because when you have no debt, you're able to, take on debt maybe to open up a dental office like we did. Go take on debt to open up a training facility. But if I already have $200,000 of debt, here it's harder to then say I want to go get some more debt. So now these guys don't only have debt. DP could have had $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, and I would have then had to have no debt to open up my training facility or even in my dental office. So you're telling me don't try to jumpstart my life that is long-term that you're talking about for your short-term satisfaction of keeping us on your team and us being sorry regardless. I can't get down with them coaches when they be doing that, bro. Like, you love football so much, coach. How about this? You coach this team for free. Let's learn some life lessons. Let's get, all these memories with the guys that come through and do it for free. Because college football and college sports is now a job. And I'm not doing any job for free.
Wow.
So, yeah.
My bad, man. I just got an emergency call. This just threw me off. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any financial sense for them to think that the players should work for free, but they don't.
The only reason why players were working for free since the beginning of time in college ball because that was the standard, and I couldn't get paid. What job in the world where you can get paid to do it does somebody say, no, don't pay me to do it? And then one guy might do it, say, hey, I want to be an intern. I don't care about it. I just want to get in. Right? But they're going to do that for a short period of time. They're not doing that for a 5-year period where they're working every day, overtime, going to school, getting hit, putting their body on the line. The only reason why guys were doing it was because what? That was the standard. People were also playing in the NBA and the NFL back in the day for $8,000 a year, making less than their factory job. No NBA player today would make less than millions of dollars to go play that because the time has changed. So what are we even talking about? Like, it's just weird when I see guys as coaches do this. Like, my thing is, if you're mad about players leaving, get with the game. Dig deeper, get in with the alumni, tell guys and show guys, hey, how we can develop you. Some guys are going to leave and they're going to get taken. That just is what it is. But it's always been that. Even when you develop guys back in the day, guys would leave. Guys would sit there and sit out a year to go to a different school. Guys would transfer up, sit out, and then do what they do. So my thing is, it's always going to be like that, bro. And then the guys that weren't playing, even if they were good, they were leaving. We're acting like this is the first time. Now the portal is crazy now, but it is what it is. It's been that way in high school. People leave. It's been that way in Little League. People leave teams. Now it's just that way in college. The only thing that's different is pro, just because of, one, they're on a contract, but guess what? When I feel I'm better than what you're doing, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit out. I can't transfer, but I'm going to sit out and force a trade in the NBA like Kawhi and them boys do, or I'm going to sit out and make you pay me more money. So it's always going to be that.
Here's the thing that people just got to start doing. They have to start operating in good faith. You know that, for how long these athletes been playing for free, nobody cared. Nobody said anything because they had the advantage. But now that these athletes have the advantage, now it's a problem. Now it's an issue. Now they want to, oh, you should be playing for free and they don't work for free. I think that, now that the athletes are able to get paid, that the athletes should do what they're supposed to do. Make sure that you're showing up. Make sure that you're delivering because the same way
you should be able to get fired now.
The sword cut both ways. And I don't think that the athletes should be able to just run amok on colleges just because they're getting paid, but vice versa. The old days are the old days. This is the new days. And hopefully these athletes continue to do what they're supposed to be doing. And like you said, it was yesterday or the day before, these athletes have, for the most part, have been doing a good job of being, of doing their part. So I don't see anything wrong with it. This guy just has to get with the times and understand, this isn't the old days. They got to get to the boosters. They got to, figure out, do the most with what you have.
Facts. Other schools are figuring it out. Kansas isn't the big fish. They got David Booth. Texas Tech wasn't the big fish. They had their billionaire gone. I'm not saying you have a David Booth or a billionaire, but you got to have somebody. Kansas convinced them to pay, which is not a traditionally winning football program. So put that money in the program. Texas Tech is not a big football program. Over the years where it's like an Alabama, they convinced that man to give them money. You might have somebody that might only be worth $100 million and not $8 billion. But that why he can't give $1 million. He need write-offs. Hit your donors up. Somebody that went to NIU that got some money somewhere. It's your job to figure out who and who is willing to do that. If you can't do it, that's on you. Other schools are figuring it out.
Thanks.
But with that, we'll let y'all slide. It's Friday. We don't want to keep y'all too long. So what we're going to try and do is what we used to do at KU on Fridays. It's called Fast Fridays. Let's get in. Let's get out. Let's do our work. And let's enjoy the rest of the day. So hopefully y'all enjoyed our quick 2 topics today on Fast Friday. And we're going to keep bringing y'all more gems. If you haven't followed, make sure you follow myself on Instagram, DP2Nice, and YouTube, DP2Nice. And then go to Instagram and follow my boy Ed at Call My Agent. We're actually about to go live on his stuff right now. And that's where we do all of our picks for today. And boys been making money. If you don't like money, that's cool. Some people do. We've been giving out great picks. We've been hitting big on our picks. So make sure y'all holler at us. Make sure y'all find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, because we're everywhere. And with that being said, we're out.